Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be with us this Thursday morning, December 16th, 2021. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our goal is to help you become the best version of yourself. And we do that by teaching you how to currency trade with our proprietary trading indicators that are extremely accurate. If you haven't muted yourself, please mute yourself. And we supplement that with some personalized one-on-one training, which we feel is really the most effective and efficient way to learn currency trading. With our tools, we've got a number of different signals, probably about a dozen. In this session, I am going to use one of my favorites, something called the 10-point trade. And toward the top of the hour, if we have time, we will use a little scalp trade called the thick orange line trade. As you get trained and do the program, we show you the various signals, and we'll find one that kind of resonates with you and create a trade plan around that. And kind of one of the best parts of our program is once you are trained, we let you trade with our money and split what you make. Before we get going, however, we need to listen to this guy. So let's go ahead and do that.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest. Advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
All right. One of the other great things about our program is that we do these live trades. So there are multiple ways that we train you. We've got the videos, instructional videos. We've got group webinars like this. We do live trades like this, and we do the personalized one-on-one. But having access to live trades where an experienced trader comes online, does their analysis and takes a trade, in my opinion, provides a safety net for you. Because one, you're learning, and two, you get to copy the trade, and generally they're good trades. Historically, on these trades, these various trades, they net about 150 pips a week. When you are a light, you get access to what's up in the yellow here. Tonight, there's another session at 10 p.m. When you are a regular member, we do a trade in the morning. We do a trade in the evening. Plus, there's an extra paid session. There's a trade on Sunday. So lots of opportunities to trade. Being technical traders, however, I like to work off of a kind of a routine. I first make sure everything's up and running, which I did before we came online. I will forewarn you, though, that my computer was acting glitchy, and I probably should have rebooted it. So if we run into a problem, that's why there's some other programs that weren't quite working right. Every day, at the end of the day, both for your trading and for life, it is good to do a review of the day and figure out what could be improved, where you made mistakes, and make those small course corrections. This week, we haven't actually taken a trade together, as we didn't see a good trade set up Tuesday morning or Monday evening. Although if you've been following the trades I've been sending out, the daily trade setup, I think we're 3 for 3 this week. As we are technical traders, which means we are trading based on the price movement of the of the pair. Our indicators are very good at anticipating where the turns are. We still need to know what's going on in the world because the world impacts currency prices. So with that, we take a look at forexfactory.com, and Forex Factory tells us what news events are coming up. And it breaks it down into convenient yellow, low impact, orange, medium impact, and red, high impact. And if we're looking at here, we got a lot of reds on the board. Starting in 25 minutes, there's an announcement and lots of announcements with respect to the Great Britain pound. And then that's going to be followed up by some announcements on the euro. So that takes a lot of stuff off the board. Generally, I do not like to trade within 2 hours of one of these events. In fact, I'd like to be out of it 2 hours beforehand, just to give myself enough lead time so that I can kind of make a better decision. So we will do our analysis on these, but probably we will not take a trade on the pound or the euro. So with that, let's just get into it and see what we see. This is our core chart. It is one of the charts in the saved section. Its name is Light 6 Major. I like to call it the Composite Chart because it's showing us a composite of different currency pairs, all on a 1 hour candle. I principally trade off of the 1 hour. Sometimes I trade off of the day. As we start you off on a kind of a lower time frame, a 5 and a 1, a 5 minute candle, so that you're able to get more trades. I'm a little bit lazy. Trading off a 5 minute chart is too much work for me. If I can get 2 or 3 trades off of the 1 hour chart, I am good for the day. And if you saw my trade results yesterday, I took 2 trades, each for about 10 pips, and I was good for the day. So on the 10-point trade, I start with this middle part of the chart, which are the majors and minors. And the red and green line are the major indicator. The black and gray are the minor indicator. This blue line is overbought line. This red line is oversold line. When we are overbought, it is a good time to sell. And what I'm looking for is a setup that says, all right, now's the time to take the sell. And basically that setup is all of these lines are pointing down, and the red line is crossed over the green and the gray line is crossed over the black. So, the black line is crossed over the gray. So we don't have that here. So if I don't have it, I just go on to the next pair, Euro USD. We are reaching the other side. We're reaching the oversold side. Majors are still in the channel. So if I can catch the trade up here when I get the crossover, when everybody starts pointing down, when these lines start pointing down, then I've got a good run. You can see the one down candle and the second down candle. So that's what I'm looking for. I want to catch the trade here, ride it all the way through here, and then when it turns again, do the same thing. Pound US dollar. We are the signal is started just a little bit. It's even though we've gone into the channel, we're just about halfway. Usually, if it gets to the halfway mark, and when I say halfway, I'm talking about what the majors are doing, the red and green line. If it gets to the halfway point, I usually pass on it. we are going to pass on this today. This is a chart. This is one that I might consider taking. We've got 3 points here. We were oversold. We've entered the channel. Everybody's going down. The miners have actually already run all the way through the channel. That's okay. I'm kind of interested. I'm interested in everybody doing the same thing, but most specifically, I want to see the majors just entering the channel. Then I would go up to the TNTs. I would then see, since I've got 3 points here, one, we're overbought. 2, everybody's pointing down, and 3, the red line's on top and the black line's on top. And I like this because on the green line, if you look, we're less steep, and then the last hour at Kingston gets more steep. So the steeper this line, the stronger the indicator. So I like this setup. Then I'll go up to the TNTs and I'll count how many lines are going, telling me the same thing that I'm seeing here, which is a sell. 2 orange lines are saying sell. The blue lines are inversely related. So when blue goes up, that means sell. The 2 blue lines are going up. So all 4 are telling me sell here. I need a minimum of 3 of the 4 to tell me sell. And then I go down to my pressure, because each of these things are measuring something different. And when I get agreement across all 3 sections, I've got a good trade, or I've got the highest probability of having a trade happen. So I've got up pressure, but the red line is on top. So when the red line's on top, I get a point. The other thing I like here on the pressure is that the green line is actually going down. So I've got kind of up pressure, but with the red line on top, but the green line, the slope of the green line is going down. So I like this setup, but as we've got a bunch of news happening in 20 minutes, I'm not going to trade this. I'm going to just pass, because I don't know how the news is going to impact it. I can't. I'm not a fundamental guy. Some people who go back and study this stuff, they'll be able to, they'll be able to know how movements are going to impact things. I'm not that smart, so I'm just going to stay away from it. But I can read, I can say, all right, the lines are going up or down, and figure out if there's a trade there. So USD Canadian, we're oversold. Everybody's going sideways, so I'm going to pass. USD Swiss franc, overbought. They're still going up. They haven't turned yet. USD yen, overbought. Miners are starting to turn. Majors are still going up, so nothing there. So let's go to our next pair. So basically what I've done is I've taken this first group and cloned it, and then put different pairs on it. Now these pairs are primarily non-US pairs. So let's they're still majors, but they're non-US. So euro pound, both the euro and pound have news coming up within the next hour. So I'm going to pass. With respect to what I'm seeing here, the miners are going up almost all the way through the channel. The majors, it's more sideways. So technically, you could argue that this is going up. To me, it's more sideways. On a sideways one, I wouldn't take the trade. I want more steepness in this line. Australian dollar yen, overbought, hasn't turned yet. Euro Canadian, oversold, hasn't turned yet. Majors are going sideways. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, we're in the channel more than halfway. Pound yen, this is an okay signal. We're overbought. We're just entering the channel where we haven't gotten halfway yet. So this is better than that other one that we were looking at on the last page, a pound dollar. I'm not worried that the miners have already gone through. So I've got 3 points here. 1, we're overbought. 2, everybody's pointing down. And 3, the red line's on top and the black line's on top. I also like the kicker that the line has gotten more steep. Less steep here, more steep here. 2 orange lines going down, 2 blue lines going up. So 4 points here. I need a minimum of 3. I got all 4. Red line is on top. Pressure's up, but the red line's on top, so I get a point here. So I've got 8 points. Here you'll notice the green line isn't sloping down. It's above the 180 degree mark. It's not going down. So this pressure isn't as good as the pressure that we saw on the pound USD. But given that there's big news coming up, we're going to pass. But part of the reason we're here is so that you can learn when you see the setup how to take the trade. Now, when I see this, then that's the first part of the signal. Then I still have to do a little bit more work to confirm that I like this signal, which I'm going to go to a larger chart to look at the 2-hour and 4-hour charts of the pound yen. And then I'm going to go to a kind of a clean chart, figure out where the support and resistance is, and then figure out what the trade might be worth. Euro Australian dollar oversold. Majors are still going down. Minors are going up, so we don't have consistency there. So nothing so far. Let's keep going. Canadian dollar yen overbought. Majors going up, minors going down, so we don't have agreement. Euro New Zealand dollar oversold. Minors are sideways, majors going down. I want everybody going up, and we're seeing this kind of across the board today. Pound New Zealand dollar oversold. Majors are trying to turn up, minors are still turned down. New Zealand dollar yen overbought. Minors have started to come down gradually. Majors are just going sideways, so no agreement yet. Gold USD. Minors have turned down. Majors have turned down, and this is nice steepness here, but the minors don't agree. I want everybody to agree, so I don't have that agreement yet. So I'm going to pass. Bitcoin. We're not going to trade Bitcoin because some of you can't. You need to have the Bitcoin course to have access to this chart. All right, so here's our 4th chart. So we've gone through 18 pairs so far. We still haven't found anything. That's okay, because sometimes that happens. This is unusual. Looks like we're going to get shut out again today. But let's see. Australian Canadian dollar. Minors are going down. Majors are a little bit sideways. I don't like the sideways on the majors. Oversold on the Swiss franc yen. Majors are still going down. Euro yen. We're like more than halfway. So I wouldn't consider this, because even though the red line hasn't gotten there, the green line is pretty far past the halfway. Other aspect is we've got some news on the euro in an hour and a half, I think. So we'll pass. Pound Australian dollar oversold. Everybody's sideways. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc overbought. Minors are coming down gradually. Majors are still going up. When you see this signal here, it's a little bit, it's harder to make out on this one, but this is a little bit like a duck bill. This part is his bill. This part is his head. And where you see this little down arrow, that's where his eye would be, right below there. This usually means there's a little bit more up push in the market. In fact, you can see you can see it here. So here's the bill, here's the head. I don't like to take trades here because I don't know how much more of an up push there is. I'm looking to catch it here and ride it down. But you can see we've got the bill here, and there was still quite a bit left in that up push. So how I might use that, if I did have an open trade, I might keep it open and maybe put a trailing stop on it to let it run until it started to pull back. But this is telling me there's a little bit more up in the movement. So I don't, I want to wait till it runs out of gas. So this head here is bigger than this head here. So this is telling me it's close to rolling over. And Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, overbought. Minors are coming down. Majors aren't there yet. All right. So we've gone through 24 pairs. We didn't see we saw a couple signals for the 10-point trade, but we didn't take them because there's news coming up. So it's important to have that discipline not to take a trade if you've got news coming up. So now I've got a second signal that's a little scalp. That's a quick little signal that involves what's going on with this thick orange line. And this thick orange line is a scaled number, and the number shows up here. And it goes from when this line is as low as it can go, it goes to 0. And when it's as high as it is at 10. And when it's at 0, what it's telling me is that it doesn't anticipate any more down in the movement. If it doesn't anticipate any more down in the movement, that's a good time to take a buy. However, to be a better trader, we want something to increase the percentage that there is no more down in the movement. So I want something that confirms that supports that there's no more down in the movement. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look to the TNT and say, all right, where are these lines? And I'm looking for these lines to be oversold. And I want the red and green line, the major lines, to be significantly oversold, like right about here with relationship to this line. So when these lines are down here, that is telling me, yeah, we're oversold. And this is telling me there's no more down on the movement. When the candle changes in 6 minutes, we'll get a little snap. And when we get that little snap, that's good for 5 pips. So here I've got part one of the trade, but I don't have part 2. 0, I have part 1, but my lines aren't still there yet. The minors have gone over the red line, but the majors are still in the channel. I want all of these lines down here. So nothing. 0 again. My majors and minors aren't well below. The minors are, but the majors are up here. And again, I wouldn't take this trade because we've got the news on the pound coming up in 5 minutes. 7 isn't close enough. 9 is close enough. 9 is close enough. It's within 1 point of 10. And why is my computer making these funny sounds? It's annoying me. I don't know why that is. And the lines are above. The lines are above. Ideally, I'd like to see the red line a little bit higher, but basically this is an okay signal. So we're at 9.5, which is within 1 of 10. All of these lines are kind of well above. So let's go ahead and take a 5 pip sell. So this is a simple signal. I got part one. I've got part two. We're going to take a 5 pip sell on the USD CHF. So I'm going to open up my MetaTrader 4. I'm going to look for US. Oops, what was that pair? USD CHF. See if I've got it open. USD. I do not have USD CHF, so I'm going to go to File, New Chart, and I'm going to look for USD CHF, and it's right here on the top. I'm going to open him up. I'm going to go to the second line, go to New Order. Click the New Order button. I'm going to check my symbol. Yep, I got the right symbol. My volume is going to be a function of how much I have in the account. This is a demo account. There's 11,500 in it. So I am going to just move my decimal spot over 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is 1.15. So 1.15, I'm going to round up to 1.2. And we said we were going to take a sell on this. Let's just double check here. If I don't write it down, I forget. Yeah, sell. So we're going to take a market sell. I'm not going to worry about the take profit. Oops. None of you spoke up. I was just about to take a wrong lot size control. Let's do this. 1.2. I'm going to bring this guy back to 0. I'm not going to worry about the stop loss or the take profit, so I'm going to go sell by market. Once I have the sell in, I am going to right-click anywhere along the line. It highlights in blue. I go to modify, and now I'm going to put my take profit and stop loss in. And this will calculate it for me. So this trade is always good for 5 pips. It's accurate 90% of the time. If I put 50 in here, that 50 points equals 5 pips. If I click the little blue button, it does the math for me. And we're going to use a 4-to-1 stop loss. We're using a 4-to-1 stop loss because this trade is accurate 90% of the time. So if it's accurate 90% of the time, if we win 9 of these trades, we're going to be ahead 45 pips. 9 times 5 is 45. And if I lose one at 20, at the end of the day, I'm ahead 25 pips. So I'm going to use a 4-to-1 stop loss. And then I click the red copy as button. It does the math for me. And then I go to modify. So it drops it in there. So we've got to take profit. We did a sell on the USD CHF. We've got to take profit of 0.92496. Actually, what I like to do is actually get the full 5 pips. So I'm going to go back to modify. And we got in at 0.9254. So I'm going to go to 0.9246, which is where we're at. So I'm not going to, we're good. We got the right spot. And the stop loss is 0.92734. 0.92734, and the take profit is 0.92496. Let's see if we got any more trades. This trade is good right at the top of the hour when there's less than 5 minutes left. Right now we got 1 minute left. 8.7 here, 8.6 isn't close enough. Let's go to the next group. 3 isn't good. 0 is good, but look where my majors and minors are. They're up here. I want them down here. 3.7 isn't good. 10 is good, but my majors and minors aren't high enough. I want them on the other side of the blue line. 0, yes, that's good, but my majors are up here. My minors are where they're supposed to be, but my majors aren't. So we're going to pass. 6 isn't good enough, so let's go to the next group. 4 isn't close enough. 10 is good, but my lines are my majors and minors are in the wrong place. 5 isn't close enough. 0.12 is good, but the lines are in the wrong spot. Gold isn't close enough. This isn't in the right spot. Let's go see. 6, 1. No. Let's see if we can go back. You should all be hooked up. There we go. So I pulled it back to the top of the hour. So we're a minute into the new hour. So I want to see where this is. Some traders will see what this number is and then decide. So this was at 1, and these lines are down. So we're going to come back and look at this. I want to just see if there's anything else here. 0, but the line's above. So I want to see if this number changes by 1. So if it goes to 2, then this is a good trade. So let's go to the current time. It hit 2. We can go ahead and take a buy on the CHF JPY. CHF JPY for 5 pips. So CHF JPY. CHF, I'm seeing if I've got it open. I don't have it open, so I'm going to go to File, New Chart. Not in that top group. Not in that second group. CHF JPY. Here it is. So I'm opening this up. CHF, and it was a buy. Let's just double check. Yeah, so it's a buy. So new order. Check my volume. Yes, it's good. And then I am going to just click buy market. And then right click on it. Go to modify. It remembers what I did last time. So 5 pips and 20 pips. And then I'm just going to make sure I get my full 5 pips. So I get in at 0.41. So I'm going to go to 0.46. So I'm going to modify this to 0.467. So we got in at 123.417. So we're going to go to 0.467. And just to redo tell you the spots, we did a buy on the CHF JPY. Take profit is 123.467. 123.467. Stop loss is 123.195. So we took 2 thick orange line trades today. I would expect both to close within the next hour. Let's see if we've got any questions. Why 5 minutes before the top of the hour? When the thick orange line is right at 10 or 0, and the majors are either well overbought or well oversold, what happens when the candle changes is a little snap at the top of the hour, and it pulls back a little bit, and we're going to catch that pullback. So that's why at the top of the hour, and then as I had said, some traders actually wait and want to see the thick orange line number change by at least 1. I've done it enough where I'm comfortable taking it if I see condition 1 and condition 2, where the thick orange line number is, and then where the majors and minor lines are. But here we took one after the hour because we saw that 1 point jump. So that is why. All right. We will see you again on Monday evening at 6:30. We are here to help you become successful currency traders. If you've got questions, go to the person the coach that you're working with, or reach out to me. All right. Thanks so much. We will see you on Monday. Bye-bye.